buenos dias. Hello. And good morning. This is Andrew Weston, the Matrix right now. I'm high rising on so many electrical fences right now, going through so many different intelligence levels. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel as I keep you informed of what's going on through intelligence, energetic energy systems, how we're high rising on so many levels of intelligence systems. So today I'm going to talk to you about everything that's consuming through its knowledge of its information, everything through its vibration systems is going to its high rising divisional levels. And everything through its calculation is modifying, everything through its circulation is rotation, everything through its surfacing. So there's solar, there's polarity, there's electrical devices, and everything through its connection is going through its mind sectors, brain frequencies, body sectors, the collaboration and full wind cycles of its electrical systems, the circuitry systems, the hydraulic systems. Everything is electronic systems right now. So I rise in so many different levels of matrix grid systems. And you have to understand your elements, your 4 elements, your 8 elements, and your 21 senses. It's very important because you're high rising through intelligence levels through space continuum, the galactic, and the matrix systems. So I hope everybody's doing well. Again, thank you very much. Welcome to my channel. It's good to know I have that love and residence and everything around. Hey, Ash, how you doing? How you feeling? How's it going? So I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing better. So I'm just going to do an illustration of what's going on with the intelligence levels and everything else continuous force. It's very important to understand that intelligence high rises in so much electronic interference and its connection energy waving patterns is on a continuous force. So every time you high rise through divisional levels, the intelligence levels high rise, okay, through different portals. So that's how you get different activations of intelligence systems. So every time you meditate through your systems, it's not just meditation. You're interfacing electronic, okay, and the energy system is going through the body septors, okay, and the body capacitors. So this is a formulating of its system where we're gaining full connection wings and everything through its calculation. Now everything through its mass is going through its lengths, okay, and its widths. But it's extremely important to understand how fast you're going through your divisional levels, through your portals and your activation codes. That's great. I'm glad you're feeling better. So let's just get started. So everything in intelligence has line dividing. Okay, so there's a lot of section. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay, so let's start out with 7 divisional lines. Okay, so we start out with 7 divisional lines. Each one goes up. Okay, and each time they go up, it goes up to an intelligent line, to an intelligent system, to an energetic hydraulic system. And that hydraulic system is connected to the mind, brain, wave, and frequency systems. Okay? So each time you go up through a divisional level, you're going through higher intelligence through activation of portals. Okay? So each line division is a different vibrational level. Okay? So it's a communication signal through the human behavior of its systems. So the vibrations are going levels and higher levels and higher levels. Okay, so basically we'll start off here with this ground formation. Ground formation, okay, is centered through its balance of its gravity centers. We already know that. So basically, I'm going to draw out a diagram and show you different portals that you go through its information through intelligent systems. It's powerful stuff. Okay, so basically, this is the basic circle. Everything circulates and rotates. Everything has to have a center, okay? And its point center is activated through its center. Okay, so it's cross-referencing everything through the electrical systems. Okay, so it starts off with this. Okay, so let's just call this level 1. Okay, level 1 to 10. Okay, so this is understanding everything through intelligence system is high rising, everything through its activation systems, and how portals can be deactivated. Okay, you can change the activation code through the circuitry hydraulic systems, but you have to be cautious because the vibration system is changing its balance through everything it's connected to. So it's very important to understand that. Okay, so basically this is a circular rotation through its cycles. Okay, so its activations of the plasma using force system. Okay, so we start off with this. Okay, now it's activation, right? Everything has a point center. Okay, so basically we already know that it's got to be split in the center because nothing can be activated unless it has 2 divisional lines, 2 circles. Okay, so that's an activation through the ground formation, through a portal system. Okay, so that's an intelligent system. So every time it high rises, your intelligence levels high rise more when you go through higher intelligence of portals. Because every portal is a different dimension of a shape, okay, through a letter and through a number. And that's what I mean. Intelligent rises through its levels of consciousness. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so basically, let's start off with level 2. Okay, so level 2 is a little bit more complicated. Right? It's kind of like where I was doing box frame sections, how you go through point divisional sets, how you go from one line, 2 line frames sequence, and then you open it the third, you see the face sequence of its surface, and then you see the box, and then you see the cube. That's exactly what it is. Okay, you go from the 1 dimension to the 5th dimension, the 6th, the 7th, and 8th, and 9th. That's in my video, if you go back to it. So that's why I give you reviews, so you know exactly what's going on. But I keep myself going forward, because right now we're in the intelligence systems right now, and everybody has to understand their activations through the portals. Because every time you go through a portal, okay, it's very important to know you have to understand how to change its activation codes, and that's how you upgrade your systems through the hydraulic electrical systems, and everything through the circuitry systems is doing its calibration. Okay, because the cerebral content, okay, through the transformation lights is connecting on all ways and forms through vibration signals. Okay, so that's basically, okay, so let's do a square. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. Go from a square to a circle. Okay, again, activations through its center always has to be cross-referenced. Everything is a geographical map system. Okay, so basically we went from a circle to an activation, split dividing 2 circles in its center. Now we got circulation, rotation, two circles. Okay, combination of 2 into a square of its circle. Okay, so again, it has the plasmesium force system, but this time we're going to cross-reference that. Remember I was telling you about the cross? So it's going to do a confusing line system. We talked about that before. When you go over its graphing system of a box system, that's exactly what's happening. So it's cross-referencing. Okay, so it's something like this. Okay, everything that you see is a portal. I'm just showing you line divisions of different portals from levels from 1 to 10, so you get a basic understanding of what's going on through your intelligence systems and how you can high rise through the conscious levels through the portals. Okay. So once you understand line division, now we're getting into the point systems. Okay. The point system, we already know that it's dimensional sets. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, that's basic. Now we can activate that. Okay, through electronic interference. Okay, electronic interference, right? Now, once you have that, it also has a plasmesium force system. Okay, everything through vibration, depending on the level schedule. The level schedule is the intelligence brains through the circuitry hydraulic system, but the body's receptors are connected through the ovals of the energy receptors. Those energy receptors are going through its perception of its dimensions. Okay, so you have to understand each dimension is different set and divisional level of a portal set is on a continuous force through its vibration centers. Okay, so basically that's an activation. So we go from here to here. Okay, that's level 2. Now we go to level 3. Now level 3 is a little bit more of a wind force. This is where you really get connected through your higher force to your traveling mechanism, north, west, south, and east. Okay, the more it gets complicated, all right, let's just start off with that section right there. So we'll go into the 3rd level. I'll work my way up to the 10th, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going through each portal system, so you guys get a better understanding how to use your own activation systems through your hands, and everything through its transformation is calculating, and everything is electronic interference. Okay, so you can understand its communication through its interference. Okay, all right, so we went from circle to box. Now we're going to go to triangle. This is basic stuff, but I'm just showing you exactly what you can do. Okay, now everything in the center is a circle. We already know that, right? Okay, we'll get into it, why it's a circle and always a circle. Okay, it's very important that you understand that. That's where it has its full acceptance through its circuitry systems, because the matrix is everything through its circle. That's how everything is activated through its shapes, and everything through its vibration to its coloration. And that's how we change the weather patterns through the electronic interference. Okay, so basically it starts off with this. Okay, so we went from circle to square to triangle. Okay, so I'm doing all 4 sections. Okay, so basically how you do the activation codes, how the video I did where artificial intelligence and not just a machine is exactly what it is. So I'm upgrading your systems through the intelligent systems of activation codes through the vibration systems. Okay, the circuitry systems are high rising to higher levels of portal systems. So you have to understand its activation of its code frequency systems, because the sections and everything through its box surface, everything through its circle surface, and everything through its triangular surface is always going to upwind its surface through the intelligence of its vibration systems. Okay, so basically, I know it's getting a lot more complicated. All right, so basically, we do the same thing, okay, right, through the square point centers, okay. Now, it can get tricky. I won't get into the tricky, but I'm just showing you how everything is going through shapes. So this is the point division lines of 4 within its section, and these are dimensional sets. Okay, so we go from circle to square to triangle through the activation of its center. And again, you can activate it, okay, through electronic interference. Okay, so from there, we activate it. And like I said, these are extremely real. Okay, all I got to do now is to activate it. Once you activate these, they become extremely real through the perception of your dimensional sets, and it center points everything through your body scepters, okay? And everything through the mind framing systems, it's changing everything through its transformation light systems, okay? And the scanning mechanisms are going through the body frequency systems. So the energetic waving patterns is going through all intelligent line frequency systems through a radio signal, okay? Hey, Angie, how you doing? Okay, so basically this is what we got. So we got 3 dividing lines right now, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so activation 1, 2, and 3. So we got the circle, square, and triangle, right? Now we're going to the box surface of a triangular, angular, rectangle. Okay, so we're going to the 4th divisional line. Okay, so I'll show you. Now everything through once it gets a little more trickier. When the higher rise, more you go through its portals. Every time you go higher, you're reaching a higher vibration of an intelligent system. Okay, so everything has a box center. You know that. Rectangular activation. Okay, everything's cross-referencing. This is basic stuff, guys and ladies. Okay, all right. So from there, now I'm going to do an overcross. Basically, that's what it is. It's kind of like a star system. So it kind of looks like that. Okay, so it's getting a little bit more tricky now. It line divides. Okay, so it's an angular triangular base. So that sets its point centers through its dimensional sets. This is how you get into dimension realm sets. Okay, all right. But see how tricky it is when you go through activation of portals through intelligent systems? You have to understand activations. Okay, it's very powerful stuff. This is a very powerful video, okay? Because I'm going to activate all these. You guys have to know these things because you're going through different intelligence and knowledge, okay? So be prepared. This is an exciting day. All right, so once we line divide that, okay, we do another rotation, okay, and we do another side winning divisional level on the other side, okay? So this is an activation code, okay? But it's not activated until you open the plasmasium force systems. And it doesn't full rotate until you have the galactic or the matrix systems activating through the mind telepathy of the telekinesis systems. Okay, so I think there's activation. There's a point center. Every dimensional point center is the divisional set. Okay, so now it's going into the plasma force. So we go from plasmasium. So every time you go to a higher vibration of the plasma force, it's going through its continuous force. So it's line dividing. So once you get past to the 5th dimensional of its realm divisional level of vibration signals, now you're high rising to higher intelligence through its activations of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I know it's getting complicated. I'm trying to make it easy for you, but my high rising divisional levels are so advanced right now. It's just unbelievable. I'm the highest form of calculation right now through consciousness. I'm the unlimitedness of infinity of consciousness levels right now of intelligent systems. So that's how I can do all these things. So this is a point divisional of a circulation of its rotation. Okay. Now I understand its point divisional levels through its activation of its plasmasium force system, but now it becomes a plasma force system. These are plasmasium. But once you go higher to higher dimensions, through intelligent systems, now you get into the plasma force, okay? Because it's higher vibration through intelligence, okay? So the rectangular system is now activated, okay? Not fully, not until you use the activation of its shape through the telekinesis of the perceptions of the galactic and the matrix systems. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 is a little bit more complicated. So we went from circle to square, triangle, rectangle. Those are the 4 divisional lines, the easy, basic activations. Now this is where it gets tricky, where you overlap, okay? So basically, we have a circle. This is where you guys have to understand your hand formations, how you use electronic interference, okay? This is going to be a little bit more tricky. Okay, so basically I did 2 circles, one surfacing back and 2 surfacing forward. Okay, so I'm going to just show you exactly what it looks like. It's pretty powerful stuff. But this is exactly what it is. Okay, so we went from this to this to this to this to this. Okay, now nothing's activated until you reach its center, right? Cross-reference. Cross-reference is very important because it's audio communication through the higher self, the galactic, and the matrix, because it's an audio signal. Okay, it's a transformation light signal, and it's a communication line signal through a radio signal. That's why we have telegraphing systems through the energetic of the energy of its telecommunication graphing systems. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to do a line divide, okay, because we're going through higher frequency levels through portals. So basically, I can just activate it, okay? But it has electronic interference. Okay, so from here, so see how interesting it is? It goes from here, line divides to within its center, and then it cross references, not across, cross, and it gets more complicated. You see how things are getting complicated now? The higher you go through its higher divisional levels, through vibrations, frequencies, and its systems. Hi, everybody, how you doing? Okay, so now you can activate it. Okay, it's on its continuous force. Okay, so it's activated now through its activation circles. So you got 4 divisional cycles of circles through the activation of its center, which is activation through its plasma center. Okay. So, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go up to 6. Now 6, like I said, the more you high rise through its divisional levels, it gets more tricky. Everything has a circular rotation. So basically, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a box surface up and a box surface down. I'm going to do a box surface across and another across. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. Basics, it looks basic, but it's not. It's tricky and it's complicated, okay, because it line divides. This is where you have to get into subdividing through line division, okay? Everything is activation through its center. Everybody knows that, right? So, understanding that, you understand your geographical map, its location grid. We've been through this before, basic stuff. So now, I can activate it right away, okay? But it has electronic interference. That's where it gets full rotation of its cycles, okay? So once you open the plasma force, it now connects to a solar connected energy force, okay? So the polarity system is high rising its divisional levels through its vibration signals. So now we're getting into the polarity system. So we went from plasmesium to plasma. Now we're going into the polarity, okay? That's what I mean by high divisional levels through electronic interference. So the higher you go, the more complicated the shapes, numbers, and letters get. It's powerful stuff. So I'm activating it right now, okay? And it's on a polarity system, okay? All right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're on 7. 7, okay, 7. Now 7 is still in the polarity, okay, but the high rising of its intelligence is going so fast. So this is understanding your traveling mechanisms, okay, because it's very important to understand its location systems, because every planet system resides in a different vibration. Okay, so this is where we get into the planet system, okay? Anything above 5 is a planet system, and this is where we come into the energy fields, okay? So it's like that, okay? But see how interesting it goes through activations? Everything is an activation through a portal. These are all divisional lines of intelligent systems through activation codes of shapes, numbers, and letters. This here is a planet system. Now it resides on the polarity system, okay? All right. So, and again, all you got to know is electronic interference, because everything has its electronic interference. Okay, so now I can activate it. So it's totally activated through its circle, cross-reference. Okay. Right. So this is a planet system. This is extremely powerful because now you're in the polarity system through its vibration system. Okay. So the higher you go through its activation, the higher the system of its intelligent systems. And that's how you high rise to your conscious levels. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're on 8 now. Okay. So 8, once you get into the planet systems, you can double up planet systems, right? And that's how you get communication airwave signals through a radio signal. Okay. So it can cross-reference a wind. You can go sidewind level this way, you can cross-reference this way, and you always have to have an activation of its center. Okay. So this is totally energy field systems, but everything has to be an activation of its code system. Okay. So it kind of looks like this. This is where it gets into the star system. Okay, so from the planet system to the star system, do you understand what's going on through intelligence? How you're high rising from this to 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 this? Now you're understanding its activation of intelligent systems and how you can high rise on so many levels of infinity circles of cycles of its intelligence of the conscious systems. Okay? Like I said, everything is an activation through its systems. Powerful stuff. So once you understand its activation, okay, all right, now you've gone past the polarity, okay? You're in the helix now, okay? It's a motivation of a planet system through a heat signature. And the plantation itself has its own volumes of its continuous force through its vibration signals. So this is understanding huge, huge vibrations, okay? Because you're high winding your force. So the higher you go through its reference, through the polarity systems, your energetic waving systems. So remember I was telling you about the atom systems? Well, that's exactly what it is. So we're going from its activation through its box circles to its triangular, rectangular, cross, circle division levels of circles, and everything to its planet system, of its energy system, okay, through its energy connection system, to the atom system, okay? So we're going to 9. So 9 is more like an atom. Okay, everything is circular rotation. Remember I was telling you about the theory, everything back forces through the Big Bang Theory and what happens through its atom, through its energies. Well, that's exactly what it is. But it line divides, okay, and activates through its center, okay? It's very, very interesting. So it kind of looks like a snowflake of a star, but that's how it starts off, right? Right here, okay? Okay, so basically, you have to your point systems is very important because you're going through higher levels of dimension sets because everything through a vibration is a different dimension of its round center, okay? So now, basically, you line divide it. This is where you subdivide everything. Kind of looks like a Ferris wheel, okay? You see that there? Okay. That's extremely high. So each one is high, but as it gets higher, the higher vibration of its intelligent systems. These portals can activate very quickly and fast because you understand everything through its line division. Okay. And then we go on to number 10. Okay, so basically it's past, okay, I'll show you the activation. The activation system is no longer polarity. Okay, it's the helix system. Okay. And then you get into the hadron. The hadron is the highest because the polarity system resides on the nova systems, and that's how the Big Bang Theory happens with the nova. There's a plasma system right there. It's opened. Okay, that's the activation, right? And then we get number 10. Okay, so number 10. Okay, is a planet system. Okay, and it's got so many realms of divisional levels. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you subdivide all point centers, okay, plus the center itself. Okay, so it kind of looks like something like this. Similar to this one here, but it's added more lines through point divisional levels through dimensional sets. And remember, my perception changes every day through the dimensional of its matrix centers. And that's how you activate everything through its circles. of its centers. Okay. So number 10 basically is understanding everything with line division. So it's activation, it's electronic interference. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So 9 divisional levels. Okay. You have the activation of its center. Okay. All right. I already know that. Then you have the energetic fields around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, this here is an activation of a star system center. Okay. It's high rising through a high illumination of intelligence system. Okay. But that's exactly what it is. These are the 10 activations that you go through the ground formations, to the atmospheres, to space continuum, the galactic, and the matrix. Okay? That's exactly what it is. Everything that you see is an activation. Understanding intelligent systems is understanding portal systems, because each portal line divides its intelligence through its circuitry systems. And those circuitry systems are going to high rise through your conscious levels. Okay? All right. So I'm not going to activate them all. You know that. That's way too powerful. But basically what it is to its activation through its center, okay, its point center, its activation is going on its continuous force. So basically we have 1 dividing, 2 dividing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything is an activation. We know that. We have to understand that each portal system is line dividing through a divisional level of intelligence system. Okay. So each time you high rise through its vibration signals, you reach higher levels of intelligence through the conscious levels, through the mind and the brain waving systems. Powerful stuff. Okay. But that's exactly what it is from 1 to 10. These are activation codes. Okay. Now they're not totally activated, okay, until you use the activation of its mind telepathy. Okay. That's where you have to use the dream sequences and how you use the creative mind through the telekinesis systems. And because telekinesis is activation. And once you activate that portal, you're going through it. Okay. And everybody knows what happens next. Okay. Everything goes through its circulation rotation and creates a dimension of a realm. And that dimension of a realm sets its divisions through low, medium, and high, higher and highest. Okay. So the higher divisional levels through its activation, the higher of the intelligence of its conscious systems. Okay? But that's exactly what it is. Okay? Powerful stuff, guys. Okay? So I'll put that on the bottom. Activation of portals. All right? Portal systems. Okay. Activation of portal systems. This is exactly what it is. Okay. It's extremely powerful once you understand your intelligence system through the conscious levels. Because every portal is a conscious level. Okay. Every portal that you see is a conscious level. And that's how you raise your intelligence levels. So, what do you think of that? Powerful stuff, eh? It's amazing to see, you know? It's incredible. So, how's everybody doing? I just want to bring that to everybody's attention. I hope everybody's doing exceptionally well. It's been 30 minutes already. But I just wanted to show you what happens through your intelligence systems and how you need your conscious systems and how you need to know exactly what's going on with your activation systems, okay? Because the active systems are going to high rise to the intelligence levels of the circuitry systems through the mind and the brain framing systems. But you guys and ladies have to understand how to use your scanning mechanisms, because those scanning mechanisms are changing its activation of our frequency codes, and everything through its vibrations is going to be doing its full rotations. So it's very important that you understand its line divisions, okay? Line divisions. Okay, you understand your dimensional sets, you understand your point centers, you understand your plasmesian force systems, but it gets more trickier through combinations. through intelligent systems. Okay. So that's exactly what it is. Activation portal systems. From 1 to 10. All right. So anybody have questions about that? Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Angie. Like I said, I wanted to show you what can happen to you once you become who you are. You know who you are now, which is great, because that's going to high rise your divisional levels. So now you can bring yourself to a different portal of a vibration system, okay, and understand how you can activate it through its dimensional system, okay, because everything resides on dimensionals of its vibration through its intelligence system, okay, of systems. So. Okay, so Angie, Hammond, how you doing? Anna, Angel, Amanda. Okay, Amanda's got a question. Does the helix have its own plasma layer? Yeah, it does, Amanda. It has a plasma layer through the inner and outer of its force system, and it has its tremendous crater surface through the inner and outer of its surface. So the polarity system right now is connecting through the helix system, okay? But the hydrogen is the highest. Okay, right? This is the hydrogen right here. This is a star mecha system through its lights and its illumination. This is extremely high intelligence. Okay, this formulates through the polarity and the helix. Okay, everything through its atom theory of its energy fields, through its electrical and electrical systems, because everything is electricity through communication waving signals, right? Electronic interference. The higher that vibration, the higher the polarity, okay? So once you get into the hydrogen, then you understand everything through its activation, through its intelligence. And that's how you high rise through your conscious levels, okay? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Anna. Yep, hydrogen consciousness. Yep. Yep, Anna's catching on quick. That's great. So this here, okay, what you don't know, I did it in seconds, okay? Understanding portal division, understanding activation through ground formation and grounding centers and everything through its gravity centers, okay? I have activated all these portals for you guys. These are all different intelligent levels, okay? Of brainwave and frequency systems, okay? All right? This is the knowledge of expansion through conscious levels of intelligence through vibration of energy. This is all information, okay? So all this is in your brainwaving system right now. I put all this into your brain. And that when you understand that, then you understand everything through its activation. Okay? So it's extremely powerful. Once you're aware of its activation, then you're aware of its dimensional sets and how it can put you in a divisional level of a dimension realm. And once you go in that divisional realm, that's how you upgrade your centers. Okay? Because the energy receptors from the ovals are always going to go through its rotation, through its dimensional sets. Because the point centers, okay, the point centers are always line dividing. As you can see, everything is line dividing. See? Cross, line dividing, activation center, okay? But these are extremely real activation portals, okay? So your brainwaving system, okay, is on high runs right now. So the brain frequencies are working through your activation motivation systems because those electrical systems are high rising through its vibration right now. So it's exciting stuff. Label each one. It's pretty easy, actually, Anna. Once you understand its activation through its plasmesium, to the plasma, okay, everything will be activated. The higher the realm you understand through its helix and its polarity, okay, if it's hydrogen, okay? But each activation of its center, square, triangular, rectangular, okay, crosswind, 4 different cycles through the circles of its cycles, everything through its planet systems, its energy fields, okay, its polarity, helix, everything through its atom, okay, through the energy fields of its hydrogen. So these are all different activations Okay. Now, basically, you already have them labeled in your mind. Okay. Okay. So it's understanding everything through its point center. Point center, 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 point center. It's just understanding how to use its information through its intelligence, through the conscious levels, and how you can activate those through its dimensional realms, and how everything becomes exceptionally real through its vibration signals. Okay? Yeah, it's easy for me. I know it's extremely hard. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is extremely easy for me. Extremely easy. Okay? And this is how complicated it gets from each activation of its intelligence through its knowledge systems. Okay? So, what you can do is you can screenshot the pictures, and then you can basically get a graphing circle of everything going through the medical circle, because everything through its activation is a medical graphing center. Okay? Everything is healing. Everything you see here is healing through its body centers. But you have to understand its body scepters. You have to understand its mind scepters. You have to understand its brain and open frequency centers. That's the only way you can high rise through its divisions of conscious levels. Okay? Right? But that's what it is. It's activation portal systems. Okay? So, but then how's everybody doing? Everybody doing all right? But I just want you to get a full wind cycle of what's happening right now, because your activations are going through so many divisions. And you have to understand your point centers. You have to understand your divisional sets. You have to understand everything through its cycles and everything through its circles. You have to understand everything through the electrical hydraulic systems. Okay? Because everything connects through its point center. Okay? So you have to understand planesium. You have to understand plasma. You have to understand helix. You have to understand hydrogen. You have to understand polarity. All these things you need to know through the mind braving systems. So you can use the activations through the mind telepathy, okay, and everything through its open frequencies of the brain systems. So yeah, its ecosystem is a challenge. It's getting more complicated now, Anna, because our intelligence systems are high rising. Okay, so it's very important you understand everything through its activation of its portal. Okay, it's very important that you understand these things. So, everything is a challenge. Everything I give you is a challenge, but it's very important you understand the energy of its information, okay, is intelligence. And that's what I'm saying is your intelligence systems are high rising its conscious levels. And this is how you get your activation code systems through its dimensionals of its realm systems, and how you can high rise all your vibrations through its gravity centers. Okay? So. But I'm just showing you how tricky it can get from going from this, okay, right? These are just activation portal systems, okay? You're not even into the spiritual realm, okay, of a simulation world. The simulation world is so complex, it's so complicated, you have to understand its activation of everything through its electronic systems, because everything has its connection, and it's very important that you know how to use your hand formations, because it's electronic interference, and you have to communicate through its activation, okay? Because everything is high rise through vibration when you're in the spiritual world, okay, of the simulation of its world, okay? Because it's a brain frequency system of the matrix core system. And the matrix core system is the highest vibration ever. It's the highest vibration, okay? And that's the vibration I reside on. Because my intelligence levels is just basic. This is basics for me. But I'm giving this information to you guys because you need to know these activation portal systems. It's very important you understand all these. Okay? So, but it's supposed to get more complicated, more complex. And that's why I do these things. So I can upgrade your centers, upgrade your circuitry systems, upgrade your hydraulic, magnesium, magnetic force systems. Okay, we haven't even got into shape line dividing yet. We haven't even gone through activations of dimension sets, through star systems. Okay, this is the beginning. This is a star system. Okay, that's the highest illumination of light system. It's extremely high. So each portal that you go through, okay, is a divisional level of an atmosphere system where high rise and so much force through the acceleration. Okay, so each one is a higher intelligence of its atmosphere system. Okay, because they all reside and ride on so many different activations of speed force, connection force, power force, energy force, circuitry force systems. So understanding everything through, its acceleration of its velocity, because velocity is very important, right? That's how you calculate everything through the geographical medical systems. And the medical system is everything through its health systems, and that's how everything through its activation is a healing system. Okay, but this here, we haven't even got into the coloration systems yet. These are just basic activation codes that you guys need to know. You have to understand each line dividing through its circles. These circles here are colorations of different dimensional sets through point centers. Its activation through its plasma force, okay, is going on its hydro force. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You have to understand what these mean, every one of them. Okay, now everything's getting more complicated now. It's very important you understand what's going on through your intelligence systems, because that's the only way you can high rise through your conscious levels. Okay, so I feel the energy of freight train pulling lots of containers that have a device destination. Yeah, Anna, these are extremely real. Everything through its activation is going to pull you in. And that information is going to set divisional lines in its consciousness through here. So your portal system is no longer the subconscious coming to the front. So I'm signing one in your divisionals, okay, through circular rotation and the highest wind force of its vibration. I'm bringing the center point to here. So we connect in all ways of its 100% through the transformation light center. Okay, and that's how you open its activation center, through this, through the point centers. Okay. Because this has to connect with this, because everything line divides. This is the brain system, okay? Everything is stored in the subconscious, but I'm bringing your subconscious to the conscious levels. Now, once you go beyond its systems, now you can full rotation its system through the hydraulic systems and connect energy waving through the vibration systems. So from here to here is the transformation light. Once you know how to use the portal system, which is the third eye, then you connect with your dimensionals. Then you understand its perceptions of its coloration through the circle and its light division centers. Okay. Then you go down to the voicing grids, and then you can communicate through its vibration system of its activation system. Then you can understand its radio signals through its audio signals. Do you see what's happening right now? Everything that's going forward with its force and its connection energy waving patterns. So it's powerful stuff, guys. It really is. It really, really, really is. So, yeah. But how's everybody else doing? I know the high winding forces right now through the electronic systems and everything through the energy and everything through this connection is extremely powerful, but you guys have to know this information. You have to know how to activate your illumination systems. You have to understand how to use your light systems to activate your information systems, okay? Because these activations are very important to your conscious levels, all right? Okay, this is when you go through meditation, this is where you go beyond its system. But this is basic stuff for me, okay? Now you understand what I go through the matrix system and how complicated it is. Okay? For example, I'll give you another activation. And I'll show you how powerful it is. Okay? This is in the matrix system. This is understanding the electrical systems. Okay? Now, I'll use a blue graphing pencil. So basically, I'm going to do diamond, basic diamond. Okay. Now, we're going to do 4-point centers. Okay. You already know what that is. You guys have to know these things very fast. Okay. The faster the knowledge, the faster the intelligence, the faster the forcing grids, the faster the audio perception, the faster the dimensional sets, the faster the brain works through the mind scepters, right? So the mind scepters and the brain scepters, okay, and the body scepters have to connect through the body capacitors. So now I'm more informative right now through the matrix systems. So understand everything through its line dividing. You can overcross. Remember I was talking about the confusing line centers? Okay, this is where it gets complicated. Okay, I'm just showing you exactly what goes on in the matrix and how everything line divides through its acting center. Okay, so this is getting a little bit more tricky, but I'm just going to show you exactly what goes on when you go through so many different activations. Okay, so it kind of looks like a wind barrier of a. It's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sword divisional levels. Okay, but solar shield through its activation, but now it's on a hydrogen system. A hydrogen system activating through its polarity system. The polarity system is going through so many different energy systems. So it's going through so many different star systems. It's going through so many different coloration of its activation of its matrix center systems. Okay. But I'm just showing you exactly what happens when you go through this. It's very complicated. Okay. This is an activation. It's extremely, extremely powerful. Okay. See that? Extremely powerful. Okay. Now, if I activate that, that will center line your body system to another shape of another dimension, to another vibration. That will put you in the center core of the matrix center. Okay. But I'll show you one more time. Outline the diamond core so you get a better idea of what goes on when you're stand activation. And that's how you high rise your divisional levels through conscious levels. Okay. Just looking at that makes you dizzy, right? Because believe it or not, this diamond becomes real when you activate it and spins, spins, spins. These here, triangulating the base, they spin, 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 spin. That circular rotation spins, spins. That the hydrogen plasma force system activates and goes bigger, bigger, bigger. So once it goes bigger, you're opening another dimensional set, but you're allowing yourself to go to a higher vibration in seconds. And that's what I mean by speed force. And now every activation code is a different vibration through a dimensional set of a velocity system. Now, once you're understanding high rising, you understand everything through the acceleration of its systems. Okay? That's why you have to know your north, west, south, and east of its traveling mechanisms. Because you get into the northeast, northwest, north, south. Okay? Southwest, southeast. It gets more complicated, okay? Because the matrix resides in so many different divisional levels of shapes. There's anomalies, and those anomalies are going through galaxy systems. And everything through its calibration is changing everything through its coloration. Okay? So this is basic for me, but this is the matrix. Okay? Now, everything is line divided through its triangulating base, but it's a different color. Okay? It's a different color. Right? And that's how it becomes more powerful. The more color you add, like if it's a solid color, the full activation of its center. So the vibration is extremely high. Okay, and that's where you get the intelligence of its knowledge to its information and its energy. Okay, that's exactly what it is. Okay. Now that's going to dizzy frame your mind systems. Okay, because it's extremely powerful. Okay, you have to know how powerful the mind brain is. Okay, before you can activate anything through your body and ego systems. But that's extremely powerful. Okay. Now that's going to sidewind your ovals of energy scepters. It's going to circulate and rotate and put you in another dimension of its sets. Okay. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, I know. It's complicated stuff. Yeah, that's true, Ash. Very true. Yeah, it's a pyramid within a pyramid. Good for you. Look at that. Way to go, Ash. Information. She understands the information. Great. See? Out of all that, Ash picked it up right away. That's what I mean by speed, guys. That's what I mean by force. That's what I mean by fast. Okay? Bomb, 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 bomb. Get that information out. Bang, 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 bang. It's kind of like a kaleidoscope. Yeah, exactly. It's a windsurfing cycle. Okay? But that's exactly what it is. But it's 4 divisional lines, Ash. Okay? Because we have to see, you see 2. Okay? You see 2 pyramids. You see a pyramid within a pyramid. Okay? I see 8. I see 8 pyramids with an activation of its polarity system through an activation of its center through subdivides of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 divisional levels of set divisional levels of vibration systems. That's what I see. That's why understanding your perception at high rises through intelligence levels of its conscious levels. Let's look at that again. You see 1 within 1. I see 8 within 8. Right? That's what I mean by understanding your perception. Your perception, every time you go through an intelligent level of its vibration, it changes your perception of your eyeceptions. So the ovals, okay, of your eyes, okay, is changing location systems. And your intelligence is high rising through the mind graphing systems. And the graphing systems are going through the mind scepter of the brain frequency systems. And in so everything through the body scepters. And those body scepters are going through the body capacitors. It's going through the coolants. It's going through its formation, and everything through its transformation and its manifestation is line dividing everything, okay, through the scanning mechanisms of yourself. Okay? So you have to understand how to scan yourself. That's how you upgrade your systems through vibration signals, and how you collect all its activation codes through the harmonic systems. Okay? But that's good, Ash. Good for you. So that's what your perception sees. But do you understand its intelligence now? Through its high rising divisions, right? How she sees 1 within 1. I see 8 within 8. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. She sees a pyramid within a pyramid. I see 8 pyramids within a pyramid. That's when I'm talking about perception. That's when I'm talking about intelligence. That's when I'm talking about conscious levels of vibration through energy systems. Okay? But good for you, Ash. I'm glad you noticed that. Picked up very, very quickly. But you're right. But you see 2. I definitely see 2. But I'm just showing you how you go through different locations through your perceptions, and your eyes change through its coloration of its matrix. Okay? Once you get in the matrix systems, it gets complicated through its activation systems. That's where it gets really tricky. Okay? So don't concentrate on this. Okay? That makes you extremely dizzy because it's activated, right? So you have to understand, once you go through there, you have to understand its different locations. It's high rising so many divisional levels through the matrix centers. If you're in a matrix center, you got to find a different activation code, change the shapes of its anomaly system through its vibration systems. You have to understand its polarity of its line divisions through the subdividing, everything through its calculation, modification through electrical energy graphing medical systems. And that's how you use its energy systems through the colorations of its harmonic systems, because the vibration systems is high rising through the circulation of its rotation systems. So it's getting more complicated, guys. It really is. My brainwaving system is high right now. It's on the highest level of its conscious levels. It's the highest ever in the matrix system. So, but I want everybody to start off with this. It's very important that you understand these things. Okay? You really have to understand its activation portal systems. Okay? Okay? So, but everybody's, they're learning quick. Ash, she picked it up right away. She sees what she wants to see. But if you go beyond its system, you'll see 8 within 8. And that's how powerful you can be through your conscious levels, through its intelligence, of the energy of its information. Okay? So, Hey, how's it going? Estelle, how you doing? You missed a lot. Yeah, we're talking about activations and portals and fascinating stuff. So, but I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention because it's extremely important now. Because you're the only way you're going to high rise your divisional levels of its intelligence system is to understand everything through its activation systems. Okay, because this goes way beyond its meditation, way beyond its meditation. Because I'm trying to bring you guys forward through the mind breaking waving systems and how you can go through its beyond systems. But you have to understand it's circular. Okay, everything circulates and rotates. Everything has a center point. Okay, it has to. The reason why it has a center point, okay, because everything circulates and rotates. And believe it or not, it's an atom. That's the answer. Everything is activated through an atom. Remember, I was telling you how energy was made from an atom? It's exactly what it is. Okay, so it's particles of energy from the galaxy system that formulates. Once the energy system is already made, it's changing its different vibrations through its different levels of its dimension sets. And that's how you go through different activation codes through letters, numbers, and shapes. We haven't even got into letters and numbers yet through activations. One step at a time here, okay? But once you understand your intelligent levels, I'm trying to high rise your conscious levels, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. The higher you rise to your conscious levels, the more informative you can get through its information, the faster you can get with its answers, the faster you can get with its mind and brain frequencies, the faster you understand through its dimensional sets of its sightings, the faster you get with its body and ego systems and how to activate through its electrolytic, energetic, magnesium polarized systems. Okay? That's exactly what it is, Anna. It's an atom universe, but it's a multiverses. Yeah. Everything is created through atom, and that's how it energizes everything through its activation of its code system. But everything has a different dimensional realm set of vibrational signal. Okay? So basically, try to understand what an atom is, try to understand its circulation rotation, try to understand its DNA structure, how it was built through particles of energies. Okay? The energy I give you on a day-to-day basis is your perceptions, and your perceptions have to change. Okay? If you're stoic and you're not meditating, you're going to stay with that waving line system, and it becomes linear. That's what I was trying to say. Linear, okay? Thinner, okay? You don't want thinner. You want bigger, because it expands through the body systems, and that's how it gets its full rotation through its vibration systems, because you want awareness of everything around you. You want to open that mind and brain frequency. Okay, that's how you want to expand its conscious levels to the matrix. Okay, so I want to bring your levels of conscious levels to the matrix center, not at my level, but at your level. Okay, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get to that level. You say, "Wow, Andrew's amazing because he put me to a higher level that I never thought I could reach." But understanding the information, understanding the activation, understanding the vibration of energy. You master the energy, you master the information, you master vibration, you're mastering intelligence. Okay? Because everything is a communication line signal. It's understanding how to communicate from one to another. You already know how to do that through the human vessel because we communicate every single day. I'll say that again and again. We have to communicate. That's the only way we high rise to better things, to get better things, to work towards better things, you know? But everybody communicates every single day. Right? So it's just understanding how to communicate with energy. Okay? Really communicate with energy of its vibration. Because once you understand its intelligence, then you understand its illustration through its drawing and how everything's activated. And then once you get into the activation of its atom, then you understand everything through its dimension. Okay? Because each atom is in a different particle of a dimension of its galaxy system, and that's how it's created through electronic interference. Okay? So if you're doing a shape and you're doing another shape through a circle or a triangle or a rectangle, whatever, you can activate anything, but everything has to line divide. You have to understand its distance. You have to understand its location. You have to understand its communication. You have to get partnership with its atom and its vibration system before you can activate anything through its portal system. Okay? That's what I mean. Atom is intelligence. Energy is intelligence. Information, vibration, everything is communication. Okay? So, but everybody's doing exceptionally well. It's great. Your conscious levels are going up, which is even better. So, I hope everybody's trying to get an understanding of what's going on. I know it's complicated, but yeah, it is extremely awesome stuff. And like I said, everything I give to you is incredible. It really is. I mean, you're starting to really understand the conscious levels of everything through its atom and how everything is created through electronic interference and how you can activate your systems. If you activate your systems, you can high rise your divisional levels through its information of its energy. And if you do that, you high rise your light formations. Okay? And you become an exceptionally powerful with its knowledge and its intelligence. You become extremely smart and you talk faster through your voicing grids because you're understanding its energy of information through radio signals. So anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm glad, Estella, I'm glad everybody understands that. But like I said, really try to get an understanding how to use your activation portal systems. Very important, because we can't locate any system through intelligent systems unless you understand everything through its information. Okay? So really try to master the energy right now. It's very important that we do that. And that's how we bring our conscious levels up. Okay? All right, so thank you very much. This is Andrew Weston, residing in the activation of its glowing systems, going through its connection of its energy waving systems, going connection of its illumination systems, uprising everything through its conscious systems, through its body and ego systems. Calling it. Okay, hold on. I meditate before bed at 10 when I wake up at 12 with cramps, depression, brain. Any comments? Okay, anything through the brain frequency right now, you're going through connection of its dimension sets, Estella. So basically wind down your divisional levels of vibration. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that for you because, all right. Okay, so yeah, I feel the pressure. I'm going into your brain. All right. Bringing down your cycles, your high divisional levels run higher oxygen levels. So I'm just bringing the balance back down to your vibration systems. So that's going to ease the pressure of your brain systems. So the energetic systems is now heat rising through the hydraulic systems. And I also changed the ovals of the energy septors. So the calculation modification is going back to its balanced systems right now. So Estelle, I should be feeling a lot better right now with the brain system. So I took the pressure off through circulation of its rotation system. Hey, Maya Gold, how you doing? Yeah, my voicing grids are high rising right into higher divisional levels. So, but anyway, whatever you miss, you can watch back, Maya Gold. But it's very important everybody gets an understanding of what's going on through your activation portals. Okay? So questions and comments are great. Everybody has a great day. Yeah, vroom vroom. All right. So everybody take it easy. Talk to you later. Adios.